highway, clothes ain't in the closet. Girl, I'm broken hearted. Hey, hey. Woo. Yes. And he can't do what, Trey Songz? That's the next song I'ma have Miss Jan teach me, Nessa girl. Bitch, I'm feeling my beats this morning, and I'm looking a hell of a lot better than I did yesterday, bitch, because I was sick as a dog, fucking with the bar. But anyway, girl, let's get into Love and Hip Hop Atlanta from last night, because it's fucking with me. Girl, Tommie done took her ass down to the round table conversation and told all BK business, just breaking up the scene. Got Tiara looking stupid all down to the table in front of capacity. No God, honey. Tommie, you was here for the shits this season. Between your big ass mouth, your big ass booty, and your big ass alcohol problem, you is here for the shits, honey. Tiara and Jasmine. Is it me? Or when Tiara and Jasmine met down to the bar with a Honda Cars B, it felt like them girls had just met each other in the parking lot when they got out their respective Honda Cars. Like, I mean, with Tiara being a bottle girl and Jasmine being a stripper, it is likely that they've crossed paths, but it's just really feeling all too convenient for me. And like, they was just like, we need to work this Jasmine shit in so we can keep Rasheeda and Kirk shit going alive and keep the show interesting. And yeah, because honestly and truthfully, I'm not really understanding where Tiara fits in the equation at this point. I'm not understanding really what Jasmine fits into the equation at this point. And maybe as the show progresses and Karen King start getting back involved and all that kind of stuff, then maybe it'll all make sense. But as of right now, it's kind of like, I mean, Tiara could have stayed where she was at and Jasmine should have never came back. Bleu and Keely. Keely, I want to talk to you for a second. Effective immediately, I've lost all respect for you. When you and Bleu sat down and you started crying at the table about everything he put you through, that was the moment that the conversation was not about the child and was more so about your feelings. Then the part that really boiled my blood was the man flat out asked you, can I see my child before I leave? And your response to him was, I'll think about it. Now, if I'm to understand this correctly, you're at dinner with this man, chastising him for not being consistent, not seeing the child, not FaceTiming the child, not keeping in constant contact with the child. The man is there in an attempt to make an effort to reconcile all of that and see the child, and your response is, I'll think about it. If I can put my Iyanla Vanzant hat on for a moment, that was a power play. He hurt you, you still not over the hurt. And in your mind, holding that child over his head is the only little piece of leverage you got to get some get back. Because at the end of the day, he really does not care about you. And so that's the only thing that has any sort of emotional tie for you and him, and you're using it over him, and that's not cool. First of all, that is not your child, that's y'all child. And yes, he may be a deadbeat when it comes to finances, but reality of the situation, from a moral and from a universal standpoint, that child is owned by both of y'all. It shares 50% of both of y'all's DNA. So I just did not like that response at all. And it just really sounded like you just want a nigga to beg and you just mad because he don't want to be with you. That's really how it come off, sis. Not a good look for somebody like you that's so grown and so real and so professional. Spice, let me tell y'all something. When they first showed the previews, I had never known who Spice was. I'm not really big into reggae, you know, Jamaican music. And I was kind of like, I don't know if she's going to be a good fit. I love Spice because she is a straight shooter. And when she got Tommie ass together at that damn video shoot, I died. First and foremost, that song sounds like it is going to be a banger. My prediction is that Spice gonna do 1 or 2 seasons and get the fuck on. But Spice is doing love and hip hop the way it's supposed to be done. Do it for the culture and do it for the music. Spice is about to break into this American market, and I can so see her having a song with Cardi B or Nicki Minaj or Missy or somebody, and she killing it and twerking it. I love Spice. Spice, I want you to stay focused and keep doing what you're doing. Spice is adding just enough personality and just enough drama to be relevant on the show, but not too much to the point where it overshadows the music. I'm loving everything Spice. Go off and continue to go off on Tommie and help her. Okay, drunken ass. Tokyo, Tiara, and Carly at having that Manny and Petty. There was nothing really to talk about other than the fact that Tokyo looked like that stool was coming directly out of her ass. Like when y'all filming scenes, y'all need to get some plus size chairs for the big and tall girls, because honestly and truthfully, Tokyo looked like she was sitting on a blow pop stick. All that ass was just spilling over the side. The shit made me uncomfortable. I had got stressed in my chest thinking about it, and I just don't think I should be on the verge of having a heart attack when I'm already on the verge of having diabetes watching the scene. Nevertheless, her hair was cute with the bandana or whatever, and believe it or not, I don't like orange and copper hair, but Carly Red had the hair color correct, and I think that's what Just Brittany was going for, but it just ain't work out like that. Mama D, bitch. First of all, Mama D looked it good, but more importantly, her song sounded good. Mama D's song was riding, bitch. It was riding. I was like, yes, God, Mama D, new car paper tag, that's us. New body, new song, that's us. And what was even more exciting about that scene, who else looked it good? Erica Dixon looked it good, bitch. In terms of face, Mama was in charge of the girls. Erica always gave you a nice natural beat, and she looked good. Erica don't need all these crinkles and curls and cascaded weave and bundles. She don't need all these clothes and bags. Like, Erica has a natural beauty, and the more understated, the better she looks. When Erica was sitting down there talking to Rasheeda, when Rasheeda had that hair tied up in a nasty bun, bitch, a nasty bun, with the earrings on, they both looked good, but Erica was giving them girls what they wanted. Erica had a confessional, she looked good there, and believe it or not, I actually missed Erica. It felt good to see something familiar, so shouts out to Erica. Erica was talking about Rasheeda and Kirk letting Rasheeda letting Kirk back in the house, and she said Rasheeda being too soft. Do y'all think Rasheeda being too soft? She held out longer than Dr. Jackie did, quiet as it's kept. I don't know. You know, here's the thing. We all knew from day one Rasheeda ass wasn't going nowhere. We all knew Rasheeda and Kirk was going to get back together. And at the point in which Kirk out the house for as long as he's been spending up money on rental apartments and stuff just for y'all to end up getting back together, y'all might as well get back together and go to counseling. Like, I'd rather y'all spend the money on counseling than on a separate apartment and try to fix it yourself at this point, because y'all are going to get back together. And you know what? I want them to get back together. And I'll say this, I'm going to go ahead and skip to it since I'm talking about Kirk and Rasheeda. That end scene, the very last scene when Rasheeda walked in the house and was calling Kirk's name and his bag was packed, I thought it was about to be about some bullshit. And when Kirk revealed that his mom died and how Rasheeda dropped everything and just fell back into that I love you mode and we're family and I'm going to be there for you. For 30 seconds, y'all, that shit made me want to get married. Because it showed me that moments like that is what it's all about. And having somebody in a moment like that makes a lot of the pain and drama you go through sometimes worth it. They're family. And the older we get, I'm starting to realize family is all you got in many situations. And though your family may not be healthy for you, sometimes those people, and you know, when I was younger, I mean, and even recently, even as recently as a year ago, I was all on that. If your man, if your girl cheat, leave their ass, you can do better, you ain't got time, you don't deserve you. They don't deserve you. as I'm becoming a bit more mature, a bit more experienced, a bit more lived, and a lot less ran through, I'm starting to realize, when you spend a lot of time building something with somebody, and it's just a lot of ties and a lot of time invested, it really ain't that easy as walking away. And sometimes the devastation from the walking away and the breakup could be far worse than just working it out. You know what I'm saying? Betty Wright said having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. And I never agreed with it. But if the piece is the piece of man that you got now, it's the piece of man you always had, and y'all got a whole business and a whole house and a whole family, then bitch, you might need to work it out with his piece of ass and only give him a piece of ass. Okay? Don't give it all to him. Don't be letting him fuck you in the booty and all that kind of shit. That's too much. Nonetheless, that was a special scene. It's good to see black love. Good to see Rasheeda be supportive. And hopefully Kirk and Rasheeda can work through this shit so we can stop having to endure this boring ass, redundant ass shit with them and Jasmine. Nonetheless, now that I mentioned Jasmine's name, we might as well get back to it. Jasmine, you do need to stop popping the entire fuck up at these places with Kirk's friends. Like, I understand you trying to get your check and you saying you trying to get to a good place and you want to talk to Rasheeda, but you are never going to get to a place where Rasheeda accepts you being Kirk's jump off and the mother of his other child if you keep upsetting this woman and making her uncomfortable. And what I'm not understanding, Jasmine, and this is where your age is showing. You're on a mission to persuade Kirk's friends that they need to be equally as upset with him as they are with you. And the answer is you're totally wrong, sweetie. You're wrong. They have no relation with you. They have no relationship with you. So it is easy for them to be upset with you. They are disappointed in Kirk, but Kirk is still their friend. And as far as those females are concerned, their loyalty is to Rasheeda. So there is never anything you will ever be able to do to be accepted amongst those groups of people. And whether they are upset with Kirk or not, that's really none of your business, and it's of no consequence to you. Whether they're 1 iota upset with Kirk or 2 tons upset with Kirk, it's not going to impact or affect how upset they are with you. You see what I'm saying? So it's irrelevant how they feel about Kirk. The reality of the situation is, bitch, we talking to you, and you almost got done up by Spice coming up in that thing for camera time. And Tiara, your ass dead ass wrong too for bringing that damn girl and for gassing that girl up to get her ass whooped. And that's why KK gonna take care of your ass just when I was rooting for you. I real respect the fact that you apologized about it and left. Kirk, I think Kirk is handling Jasmine all wrong. I think Kirk needs to stop running, and Kirk needs to put her in her damn place. And quite frankly, Kirk, this whole, why are you popping up, I'm sending my child support checks, I don't like that financial fathering. That financial fathering is not cool. You need to be going around that girl's house and picking up that damn baby and taking that baby around at least your side of the family. You need to be spending time with that child. You don't have to talk to Jasmine. You can facilitate it through Jasmine's mother. You can facilitate it through the lawyer, but you need to be spending time with that child, and slowly you need to indoctrinate that child into your other family. Time heals all wounds, so they say. And at this point, if Rasheeda is deciding to take you back, she is going to have to get over it. And she sounds like she's willing to. She admitted that she's not at a place right now that she's willing to have a relation with the child, and that is understandable because that child will forever be a constant reminder of what you did. But with time and the where Rasheeda's head at, saying that you need to be an equal good dad to that child, she will come around. But Kirk, financing that child ain't enough. It ain't enough. You need to do better. I'm liking these little round table discussions with Mimi, Carly, and Rasheeda. Mimi took my warning a couple weeks ago when I said, baby, you got to find something to do. You're going to have to find something to do, especially now that Stevie and Jocelyn ain't all intertwined in the mix. But I'm loving these little gossip kiki sessions they having, because when Mimi, Carly, and Spice sat down and was giving Rasheeda the tea about what went down at Jock Salon while she was in Houston, I loved all of that. Y'all Love Me Hip Hop was cool. You know, at first I was like not feeling it with all these 90 different plots going on, but they have found a way to seamlessly integrate all these different plots with these 60 characters on this damn show and keep us intrigued. So I'm feeling it, girl. I did basketball wise last night early for you hoes. Don't say I ain't never did nothing for you. Anyway, that's a girl. I'm finna get in here and figure out what I'm gonna do for lunch, and I might call you back a little later. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll call you later, girl. Bye.